Hello and welcome back to Total Crypto for another video. In today's video, we're going to be jumping into Jasmy as the chart setup could literally explode the price to go all the way up to the green horizontal line there. And if you find that interesting, then you definitely want to stick around for the chart. Hello guys, right, so at the minute it looks like we are currently pulling back a little bit more. Further down, let me just zoom in to the chart a bit more. Oh, actually, just by zooming into the chart, it looks like we can still hold our way up as long as we bounce off from this area. Reason why, as we see the red candles there, that acted like the support because we went up, we came back down into the zone, then we went up and we continued to go up gradually before we came back down for a retest in this section here. Now, if we also look across to these areas over here, it looks like we've in fact went slightly above that last high. So that means potentially we could be looking at a lower high to go to a higher high. And the next target would be in the region of 1 cent. So guys, we are literally imminent now to hit that sentimental 1 cent mark. And then once we do, we should be seeing a crazy move, a seismic move coming from Jasmy. So right now, as it stands, if we do hit to this high over here, it should give us approximately, about 114 and 115% in your trade. If you were to leverage X that, then you're looking at easily a 2x lev, that will give you 228. Or if you do 5x, but once again, guys, this is not financial advice. This is something which I'm doing myself, and also be careful with leverage as you can risk blowing your account. Sorry. So once we blow out from this zone and go back up towards 1 cent, I can see us doing a little retracement. Something like this. So once eventually, let me move this arrow out of the way, actually. So once we do something like this, because that's the price target up there, once we break out from this zone over here, I could imagine us breaking through, pulling back into that support, that was previous resistance. And then from there, I could see us going back to or testing the 1 cent mark. Now, depending what happens, once we do test the 1 cent mark, we could literally come all the way crashing back down to the support line. And if that happens, that will still be a stronger indication that we should be moving even higher and past the 1 cent mark, unless if we're just going to be staying and being trapped in the zone here for a little while before we make that crazy move back up to the upside. Now, for me, I'm looking to potentially see how we react there with a view of Jasmy hitting a 2 cent mark. Once we do hit 2 cent mark, that could be like an insane trade to be had. Even if you were to trade, let's say, even from here, and that goes up towards the 2 cent mark, then you can easily be looking at more than 300% in moves in gain. Yeah, let's say roughly around about 317%. Again, you don't need to over leverage. In fact, you don't even have to leverage this trade at all. But to make some pretty decent gains, trade with leverage with caution. Otherwise, my biggest sentiment would be the 2 cent, and once we do smash that, I can see us eventually go up to all-time highs. In fact, in this bull market, I am expecting Jasmy to at least minimum hit 4 cents, but I can see Jasmy quite literally going back to its all-time high, which is around about 22 cents. Now this setup does kind of remind me of Harmony OneCoin. because in the last bull cycle I've had quite a lot of coins in Harmony 1. Luckily, I was actually staking them as well as adding more to my bag when it was costing roughly around about the same price like 0.006 to 0.002, and it skyrocketed where I made quite decent gains from that trade itself, and this is looking very much similarly. So that's the setup which I'll be looking for when it comes down to trading. Otherwise, if we do break down below this area here, that means we could be looking for final retest in that area here, which is right there, before we do something like this. Either way, guys, if we do come down to this section over here, is a perfect place for you to start DCA your way in, and that way you should be expecting a humongous move up to the upside, especially if you are a believer of Jasmy, as I am, and I can see us go all the way back up to 22 cents and beyond. So hopefully you find this useful and informative. If you like this video, you might also like to check this one over here, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.